Okay. That's good. Okay. So this will be a little bit special one. Because there is important steps to go through before keeping the animation. So what we did was the blocking, and after that there is the cleaning, the in between and the cleaning. But I went on the go, so improvising stuff. This is good. We will keep that and maybe make some iteration or modification later. But we will need to go through some steps. Actually, it is needed to go before starting any animation, any steps. This is the planning. And the planning stuff, you can do it digitally or go with the analog way. And the analog way is the best way, in my opinion. My own opinion is the best way to start. And what you need a pen or a pencil if you want. I will explain. You need a sketchbook. This is sketchbook. Oof. This was for the Made in Asia 2024 Shota Kosho Sono Dédicace. This one, Satoshi Ishino Dédicace, was the fall 2024, October 19. This is my sketchbook though. I just draw things, ideas and stuff, whatever. I just realized that I do not have space left for this one, so I took this one. Oh, this sketchbook is Atoma. Yeah, Atoma. It's like €5 and something like that, 5 or 6 euros. It's very comfortable to be around with. You can take it with you wherever you go. Put that in a small bag you have, or your laptop bag, or just your backpack. Easier. I love these. I have a bunch of these, like 10 somewhere. Not with me though, but somewhere with me. I have 2. This one and another one, but this one is full, unfortunately. The other one too. So this one is an old one. It's an A4 format. It's an old one I bought years ago. I did my stuff there too. I didn't continue, so I have plenty of space there. I wrote my stories, I designed stuff. Oh, this one. These are the dédicaces. Nakatsuru's Katsuyoshi for this year, 2025. Don't know. Yes. And this was Kubota Chikashi. It was this year, 2025, in March 2025. I need to put that somewhere else. So I will work with that because I have many left. It was an old one. I didn't know I had that much space in that. I don't know how much that cost, but see, it's very useful to have a sketchbook. No matter the size, get yourself a sketchbook. So you can draw, you can put your ideas in it whatever ideas you have, whatever sketch idea you have, whatever drawing you want to do. Sometimes I just writing stuff to keep the ideas. Sometimes I get back to it later, sometimes I don't, but it's still something very useful to have. This A4, this is A6 or A5. No, this is a A5, I guess. Yes. Forget A5. I love this. This one is an old one. I just bought it once in my life, once or twice. But those I started buying it. I don't know. It's very useful. But those pages are very light pages. Say it's not for drawing. There are not page for drawing. You know, those sketchbook where you do some watercolor, water painting stuff. This is not it. This is very thin pages. Very thin. Very thin. It's not technically not made for heavy sketching. The other I have ones made for heavy sketching. I will maybe show it later. I don't know where it is, but the sketchbook made for sketches, the paper is thicker. This one, they are somewhat made for sketches, but they are not made for heavy sketching, I will say. That's why I use a pen and not a pencil. Why a pen and not a pencil? The thing is, let me get this straight. Can I put it this way? Yeah. Okay, that way. Why is it is better to use a pen over a pencil? Because a pen, you cannot erase, so it forces you to go straight to the point and to draw more efficiently, more correctly, or let's say more correctly according to your vision. So I use a pen. It's been years, like more than 10 years I'm using a pen. More than 10 years I use this kind of sketchbook and this kind of pen. I usually use a black ink pen. Why not a blue ink pen? It's just because back then I used to scan and then to retouch the image on the computer, and it was easier to I found out that it was easier to make some modification when the sketches are made with black ink, and I like the result better than blue ink. So this is why I prefer to use a black ink pen over a blue ink pen. And to summarize, get used to sketch the sketches with a pen, so that you are forced to get more efficient with your end, and to get more close, or to get closer to your final drawing with less hassle. And so the fact that you cannot erase brings more efficiency to your drawing traits. This is my experience and this is my point of view. So today we are the 11th of May 2025. And this is me. Here it is 12:43, like noon. Always sign your sketching so that you remember when you did that. When you remember when you did that, it also serves you as at least that's what I find. It also serves as backup for your mind, so you can remember also all the things that happened that day. This is what happened. This is a perk. At least this is how it worked for me. So it's both good thing. Sometimes I see a drawing like 3 years ago. I see the date and I remember when I did sketch that, what happened that day, why, who I met and stuff. This is good for memories too. But let's go with the planning. Let's go with the sketching part. So to me this is the funnest, the more fun or the funnest part of it all, because you can go crazy. Just put ideas, and actually it will help us to get better poses later. So this is why it is important to go through the planning. It is important to go through the planning first before going rough on animation, at least. But I bought the tablet for that, so when I'm on the go, I can get my idea. I get an idea and I can get it through, or I can get it on a support, so it can work. Sometimes you can skip some steps if you feel like it, if you feel you're more efficient. Most of the time is for like short projects, but for bigger projects it's better to go first analog, then digital. If you're comfortable with it, do. If you're not, skip. Do whatever you want, whatever you feel more comfortable doing with. At least as long as you're efficient with that, that's good. The result is more important, but you have to know the proper process so that you understand the why and the how things are made. And sometimes getting back to the analog path help you understand better things for further, or help you get better ideas or better results in the long run. Sometimes when you go straight to digital stuff, you can get lost easily. And as the African proverb said, when you don't know where you're going, remember where you're from. It applies for everything and anything, any field is very efficient. So let's go. Basically, we're doing OBARi punch. So we have this is the ground, this is the guy who will get punched, and looking like this, and we have a character like this going to punch him. Yep. Ready to punch him. Where does it come from? Where does he come from? The sky? Or maybe he jumped from there to take more velocity and then fall. So this is more likely the case. And what's happening there? You can see the jump. And then something around this area, you get like more slowly to get ready for the punch, and then falling fast to punch that guy. You can see that from any point of view. So actually the action, we can decompose the action in several poses. In the live, what I did was it was more someone falling from the sky from nowhere, and then somewhere here was the effect, and then it was funny. This is not very accurate, and to be honest, I want to be a bit more acrobatic, so it get more focus on the action. Let's get something. This is the guy who will get punched. We are behind the guy who is about to get punched, and he see the action. So the opponent is here far. So to reach him, you need to jump high and far enough, then to fall here. So what he does, he jumps. What does the jump look like from afar? Something like this. And then you arrive somewhere there, and then somewhere here is falling. The punch ready. See, we have 1, 2, kind of 3, 4, 5 poses already. What the poses look like, and what does it do there? To me, let's see this space. To me, something like this. The guy is there. See what the guy is there. There is a high jump, and then the fall. The fall more likely looks something like this. But we know how the jump is. What happened here? Comes something like here. Doesn't need to be accurate, it just sketches. But what happened here? To me, I like to do this. The character come and do like a flip, then arrive with this position. Why the flip? For the acrobatic reasons, but maybe it's getting more momentum here, and it justifies the effects we see somewhere here. So how does it look like? Maybe something like rolling like this. Something more like rolly, I don't know. But at this point, it's more likely in this kind of position. Then it's keep rolling before adjusting. See, something like that. Hope it's a little bit clearer. Now start rolling there, rolling. Then this position, this is where it appears. I really love that. And then it readjusts to be ready for the jump punch. Yeah, there is a huge problem with the size, but you know, this is just sketch. I can resize like that as well, no problem. This is the part of the pen. You need to get used to it, so your drawing get more efficient in less straight. So what does it look like here when you're up here? Looks like something from his point of view. Looking up there, you see what does he see? Yeah, he's a guy. He sees something, and again, this is just my choice of preference. This movie is just my choice of preference. It doesn't mean that it always happen like that. It must happen like that, but this is just something I'm very comfortable doing it that way. So when he appears here, it seems something more from his point of view. This is what he sees. Something like that. These are the foots. It's very summarized. A summary of how it is drawn, and I will keep that way. I love. So this is what he sees. Just before that, this pose might look something. Just a roll. You can do a bit of the head, so We understand that the hair is there or the head there. So we see something like this, or maybe more in front, might be seeing something like this. Yep. What we see is something like this. What the character see is something like this. We see from the camera point of view. He sees from his point of view, but I want that action from the character point of view. So this will be disposed. This is what kind of see. The jump is a bit messy, but it's a jump. Don't see the head, all the bone here. This is the leg, and the feet here, the foot. And then there is an adjustment here. Something happened here. You can improvise how it will look, but so here the ball. I don't know. Can improvise how the ball looks like. Then here, and then there is adjustment before facing. Will be on in two steps. Adjustment can be more like this. Oh no, you can go straight because it's a fast movement. You can skip some step, at least for the blocking, and we will do if the in-between is necessary or not. We will see that later. But now you need to figure out all the poses once he appears, and all the key poses, the main poses we see, we distinctively see. All the in between are just secondary. We will do with the blocking here. What the blocking will look like. This is rough sketch, but this is the planning, so we know what we are going to draw later. So this is this phase is this, and here this is an important phase that we decompose in two parts. Is the transition, and we will improvise that. I know this one will look something like this. Genre, here is the head. You can see the eye here. It's a very minimalistic summary of what it can look like. Yeah, this one, I got this. The knees, all this movement like this. But here can have the foot. I don't know, this is a very tricky one. Something like this, and like this. We don't necessarily see the head. But see, plus it follows kind of follow arc when you do that. So this is good. It comes from somewhere. Ching. We do that better, but this is a start. Let's keep doing. Oh, the advantage of this sketchbook is this. You can remove each piece of paper or keep it. I love this because it's very scan friendly if you want to scan something with your scanner. But nowadays usually I do just a picture and then I readjust in Photoshop or something like that. But since it is a sketch, it's okay though. Do I need to? Nope. Another page, same dates, so I keep track. The project is OBARi Punch. Naming everything is key, so that you remember. What I do is I just keep like this, like that. Let's redraw that. We redraw this more accurately. So we have the effect. No, I will just draw the poses so that I will just draw the poses, redraw the poses so I can get more accurate. Now I get the shapes, and with the shapes I can get a bit more accurate. And then we'll move to a step very important after the planning and before continuing the animation. Usually I prefer the first take is rougher but more authentic. But this is my preference. It doesn't mean it's more efficient, but you can do anything with anything. It's all up to you and your vision with it. So you understand this phase, right? You don't see is the back, the bum, the leg, the knees, feet. No. It's a summary, very minimalistic way. I love that way. So we can focus on the action. It's falling. Maybe. Of course, there is like position, pose, will character, will person, pose study to do. If you want me to do it with you, let's do it. We'll learn all together. So remember, these are oversimplification, but it helps. So you get the deal. The legs are very straight positions, and also you got a clear silhouette. This is also a very important step, to have a clear silhouette so that the eye can understand what's happening faster. Yeah, I got this, and then this really did. Also, this all is in chibi style. I love chibi style, so I do it. Do what you love, though. It's meant to be enjoyable, not to be a hassle. And yeah, I got this decomposition, and it comes from something bowling. Bowly, more like that. But it comes from tree. Bowling and up. So this is a great size, but I will draw it like it will not even last 1 second, and it will be small. So this is what this character is seeing. I need this face more transition. So yeah, we get it. Something like that, and this kind of pose is like in between here. So I will keep all those sketches. Actually, I redrawed it, but with that only we can understand the movement. So this is animation. Animation is the understanding of the composition of a movement. At least this is my point of view. This is my take. I have better takes on how to describe what it is, but at least we got this, and I can keep that and redo that in rough animator. What else? What happened else then? I will continue here. What this character is seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what will be the other main pose? Something that looks like reposition the arm and position of and the arm get position. This is the end. Guy is about to get punched. You can really resume something like that. His arm is falling, and then this arm will come something like here, very open and ready to strike. I do arm with 4 fingers though. This is what I want. Just to remember that this is not a real world. This is all imaginary. This is me though. I don't know if other people do that for that same reason. But you get the point. And the fist is getting ready there. Far there. We kind of see only that. And he's really pissed off and ready to strike. Shoulder, arm, fist. This is the other leg. For technically this is the frontal leg. See, the arm came there. There will be a in between here to see a more fluid movement, and we have it. And then now maybe a more front, more the end is more in the front of the camera. I don't know. I don't know. There is no obligation actually in there. Everything is already done. But okay, the fist is further to really emphasize the fist is further, something like this. This is the fist. It can be the fist, or it can be some techniques, new technique, new skills, magic or key, blast preparing. The guy's really pissed off. No, you need to exaggerate the thing. And that's it. This is it. Now you understand better the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this head might be more. This is the head. The head follow after. So now you understand better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pose. Key pose. Block pose. Let's draw here what this look like. It's like acrobatic gymnastic kind of move. see how it might look like. Don't mind the size stuff. Not here. It's only for you to understand what is happening on the sides. And this is the silhouette, you understand movement of the legs going this thing. So it's still a move, a rotative move. That will lead to be like this, and you see my point. So this is why planning is really important. What else? How much time do I have? Allez, 10 minutes. This is for fun. Hey, did I put 5 here? OBARi PUNCH. Always sign your stuff because this is yours. Character design though. In 10 minutes I won't do much, but let's do that because we will need to clean that animation at one point. So we need to know how does any of the character involved in this scene look like. I've not much to say, but do it in your style. I put some podcast on or music on, and let's enjoy it. I love my chibi style, and I love to do some rough, and then I will keep it very simple as possible because we need to animate it. So it will not look like Boruto, like with so many chains, so many vests, and the hand. No, it's too much to animate, and I very pity the future animator or the animators that are doing Boruto right now, or the new version of him right now. This is very inconvenient for animation. So what we will do here is to keep it as simple as possible. So less detail, more efficient animation. This is key. Perspective 3/4 quarter. It's okay. Do it in your style. I do it in mine, what I'm used to, and this will be okay. Here, this is my struggle when drawing. Do I need bigger foot or smaller? I still don't know. But for this one, maybe smaller. I love bigger for just for the design, but this one will be smaller. Focus on the shapes. See, it's done. It's done in few traits. I love to get my head a little more like a square. Funny enough, here the square will be more interesting. It's not the expression being a square. Up some things, and this will serve me. This will help me and serve me as templates. So I will use that for letter design, or to get my the design on however I want. I love big arm, big hand, because this is where the action go through. But hey, it's just pure design though. Nothing much. So this will be the template I will follow. See, I just simulate guidelines, but yeah, this kind of stuff you do it better digitally, but it's always good to have something to lean on when you draw anyway. It's okay though, it's not final stuff. So simply someone in shirt, t-shirt, and this is it. Maybe add some expression. We still got time. Yep. The hair. Can do without her, but with her, it's more interesting. Classic hair, don't pay that much time with that. Drugs. Just following the line though actually is not that difficult. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if you call V neck or not, and you need to work on that. But yeah, actually this is kind of it. Let me see if I can do profile. So this will be for the main character we see. The other one we don't see since we are that character, so it don't need to be drawn though. This is very quickly made. This is quick, but at least I get the trope. I can get back to it later. And here I prefer to put, you know, how to draw these hands like this. Yup. I got it. No nose. Don't need that. Shonen style. Okay. The shorts. We'll clean that leg later. But you get it. I believe this is it. Or maybe put like something to talk about. Oh, got some unlock some new power and stuff. Okay, I believe that's it. So we have the planning. We have the planning. We have the planning. Decomposition of the movement. Still the planning. And we have the character design, the rough character design though. And this is it. So, yep, it is done. It's done for today. And maybe with that we can go back to digital again later. Thank you very much. See you next.